Right. So in this class, I will try to tell you about how to find out the equivalence of two DFAs. So for this problem, I have taken two examples. In this example, I have two problems like this, and in the second example, I have two problems like this. In this example, I have Q1 and Q4 as the initial states and final states. In the second example, I have B and D are the final states, A and C are the initial states. So first, I will start with this example. The solution for this example, first I need to take the two DFAs, and I am giving the names for the two DFAs as Q and Q dash. So I'm assuming that this complete automata as Q and this one as the Q dash. So I need to find out the transitions for Q and Q dash on each and every state. So first I will write the transition table like this. In the transition table, I will be having inputs on C as well as D. So first I will check Q, C on Q dash C. Then I will check Q, D and Q dash D. Since C and D are the transitions, that's the reason I have taken C, C, D, D. Okay. So first I need to start with the starting states of these two machines. The starting state of the first machine is Q1 and the starting state of the second machine is Q4. Starting state of the second machine is Q4. Okay. So first I am starting with the starting state of machine 1 and starting state of machine 2 as a pair in this automata. So first, if you give input C to Q1, it is going to the state Q1. Input C to Q1, it is going to state Q1. Then check for Q4 with C. Q4 with C, it is going to state Q4. Now this one is completed. Now check with input to D. Q1 with D. Q1 with D, it is going to state Q2. Then Q4 with D. Q4 with D, it is going to state Q5. Now this Q1, Q4 already completed, we have written here. I need to take this pair. Since it is a new pair, I have to take this pair here. So it is Q2, Q5. Now Q2 on C. Q2 on getting C, it is going to state Q3. Then Q5 on C. Q5 on C, it is going to state Q6. Then Q2 on D, input D. Q2 on D, it is going to state Q1. Then Q5 on D. Q5 on D, it is going to state Q4. Now see here, Q1, Q4 completed, Q2, Q5 completed, Q3, Q6 is left. I need to take Q3, Q6. Right. So Q3 on input C is going to state Q2. Then Q6 on input C is going to state Q7. Now Q3 on D. Q3 on D is going to state Q3 only. Then Q6 on D. Q6 on D is going to state Q6. Then go for the next state. So Q3, Q6 already completed. Q1, Q4 completed. Q2, Q7 I need to take. Q2, Q7. Q2 on C it is going to state Q3. Then Q7 on C it is going to state Q6. Then Q2 on D it is going to state Q1. Then Q7 on D it is going to state Q4. Now check. Q1, Q4 completed, Q2, Q5 completed, Q3, Q6 completed, Q1, Q4 completed, Q2, Q7 written completed, then Q3, Q6 completed, Q1, Q4 completed. Now all the state pairs transitions has been completed. Now we have to check whether the states internally are final states or intermediate states. We need to check. So I will check for the Q1. Q1 is final state. Just write F. Then Q4 is final state, right? Apart from the final state, every state is non-final state only. So, or intermediate state. So Q2 is intermediate state, and Q5 is intermediate state. So here I am writing F is final state, F for final state, and I is for intermediate state. Okay. So Q3 is here. It is non-final state, that is intermediate state. Then Q6 is intermediate state. Then Q1 is final state. Q4 is final state. Q2 is intermediate state. Q7 is intermediate state. Q3 is intermediate state. Q6 is intermediate state. Then Q3 is intermediate state. Then Q6 is intermediate state. Q1, Q4 are final states. Okay. Now, if you observe this particular table, you found that in each and every pair, all the states are either they are final states or the intermediate states. So, if any state pair, if one is intermediate state and the second one is final state, then that is not the equivalent. That is not equivalent. So here these are two are final state, these two are intermediate state. So in each and every pair, either two are final states, either two are intermediate state, then we can say that given two DFAs are equivalent DFAs. Hence we can write this Q and Q dash are equivalent. Q and Q dash are equivalent to DFAs. Equivalent DFAs. So in each and every pair, we found that either they are final states or they are the intermediate state. We not found any state that one is final, one is intermediate state. So found all the final states are all the intermediate states. That's the reason we can say that is the equivalent DFA. This is the equivalent to DFA. These two Q and Q dash are equivalent to DFAs. Now I will try to solve this one. So here in the solution, I am taking this as Q and I am taking this as Q bar. Now I need to draw the transition. Table like this. In the transition table, I have inputs 0 and 1. So first Q0, Q dash 0 I need to find out. Then Q1, Q1 dash I need to find out. Right? So here starting state of this automata, starting state of this automata. Starting state of this automata is A and starting state of this automata is C. Okay. Now check. A on 0 going to state A only. A on 0 going to state A only. C on 0 going to state C. C on 0 going to state C. Then A on 1 going to state B. C on 1 going to state D. No. AC already completed. Take this B, BD, B, D. B on 0 going to state B only. B on 0 going to state B only. D on 0 going to state B only. Then B on 1 going to state A. Then D on 1 going to state E. See here, AC completed, BD completed, A left. Take A. A on 0 going to state A, E on 0 going to state E, then A on 1 going to state B, E on 1 going to state D. Okay. Now see, AC completed, BD completed, AE completed, and all the pairs are completed. Now we have to stop our transition table here. Okay. Now we need to find whether these two are intermediate states or final states. So A is the not final state, so I can write intermediate state. Then C is the initial state, I can write intermediate state only. Apart from the final state, all are the intermediate states only. Okay. So B is the final state, I need to write B as the final state only. D is the final state, I need to write final state. Then here B is the final state and D is the final state. A is the intermediate state, and E is the intermediate state. intermediate state. Here also A is the intermediate state and E is the intermediate state. And here also B is the final state and D is the final state. So if you observe this table, we saw that in every pair, these two states are either intermediate states or the final state. If any state is intermediate state or the other state is final state, we say that the two DFAs are not equivalent. But here in this case, in each and every pair, the two states are either intermediate states or the final states. We are not getting any deviation. So if these two states are intermediate states and two states are final states, we can say these two DFAs are equivalent. Hence Q1 and Q1 dash are equivalent DFAs. Equivalent DFAs. Okay, thank you for watching.